Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening to those who are live on YouTube. I have not forgotten you either. First of all, before I begin, if you have any cell phones, I ask that you put it on silent, turn it off, or vibrate, please. That is in the interest of the program and not to interrupt anybody. If you did not receive a program, we are printing out some more programs and we are going to pass them out. And it's a little hot in here, so we will crack open the window, okay? That will happen. You could just ask anybody if they need a program. So this nice gentleman here, my colleague Kevin, if you need a program, he's passing them out right now. Thank you very much. Also, housekeeping issues. If you have to use the restroom, we ask that you exit through the door in the rear. There are 2 rear doors. Thank you very much for opening the window. There are 2 rear doors. You can exit through the rear so that we do not get in the way of the performance or the people online, okay? Now tonight, this is wonderful to see. What a beautiful sight. Before I began this today, I was very nervous because classical music in Long Island, while it does exist, sometimes it is difficult to get a crowd. And so I'm so happy to see this. And I know who this series is named after, Belle Sylvester. I know she would love to see this. So this is in honor of her, and that's why we named this series after her. It is always my duty to bring the highest of the high of the arts to Long Island and especially to Freeport. If you only knew the people that performed on the stage during my tenure, it includes one soprano who is now a multi-Grammy-nominated soprano, Laura Strickland. It also includes another mezzo-soprano who made her Metropolitan Opera debut last season. I saw her backstage. It also includes a myriad of gifted classical musicians. And this is a joy to give them a place to perform. So tonight is very special because this lady is the only vocalist of those that the music committee chose that was able to perform tonight. She is just coming off of performing at Seattle Opera. She played in the opera X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. She is also named the director of the Vashon Opera in Washington State. The list goes on, and she is a wonderful, talented soprano. And the pianist is also a veteran pianist who has played in prestigious opera organizations. So the theme for tonight is color. Every season we have a theme. And as you see in your program, the color is green. So I'm going to do some setup, and without further ado, we will hear our wonderful performer tonight. So one moment.
Who are you? I don't know you. What's your name? You didn't introduce yourself.
My name is Tanisha.
Hi, Tanisha.
She is the librarian here in the library. As well as holding center. She's the librarian there. And that's how she She's lovely.
She is.
Are you enjoying the Green Recital so far? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to introduce you all to my amazing pianist, Matt Loba. Who I've been lucky lucky enough to know and collaborate with for a really long time. I feel so lucky that he was able to do this Green Recital with me. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about the genesis of this Green Recital. It was a project that came around during peak pandemic time. One of my local opera companies in Washington State asked me to curate a short program for a recording that they would send out to their followers. And I love a theme. And my daughter is named Emerald, and she inspired me because I started kind of thinking about all the songs of our classical repertoire that feature and celebrate the color green. And they just started kind of coming to me really quickly. And I also wanted to have representatives from each of our foreign languages that we work in classical singing. Those are Italian, German, and French, and English. Of course, we do sing in other foreign languages as well, but the most frequent ones are those that I listed. And so we had the first piece, which was simply Green by Debussy, a celebration of nature and romance, and just my favorite song of all time. And then we had Meine, liebe, grün, My Love is Green by Brahms. Of course, one of the big heavy hitters of the composers. And now we're going to switch gears and go into our English language representative for the Green set. And that is actually a bit of a straddler between the classical world and the musical theater world. It's from Sweeney Todd by Stephen Sondheim. And I say it's a straddler because, of course, it's a musical, but sometimes opera companies elect to mount productions of it because I think some of the vocal demands are a little bit, a little bit more demanding than some other musicals, and maybe opera singers might be willing to take it on. So here is Joanna's song, Green, Finch, and Linnet Bird from Sondheim's Sweeney Todd.
Nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? How can you jubilate, sitting in the cages, never taking wing? Outside of the sky waits, reckoning, just beyond the walls. How can you remain staring at the rain, maddened by the stars? How is it you sing? Anything, how is it you sing? Green, Finch, and Linnet bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? Whence comes this melody constantly flowing? Is it rejoicing or merely hallowing? Or discussing, or fussing, or simply dreaming? Are you screaming? Ring on and robbing it, is it for wages? Seem to be sold. Have you decided it's safer in cages, singing when you're told? My cage has many rooms, dumbest and dark. Nothing there sings, not even my lark. Larks never will, you know, never
me being a little cheeky and introducing something into our green set by cheating a little bit. And that is that one of the absolute behemoths of all of classical music, but of especially opera, is Giuseppe Verdi. And Verdi means green, you guys. Okay, his name is Joe Green. It sounds very important that his name is Giuseppe Verdi, but his name is Joe Green, okay? So I decided that what better of a representation of green in the Italian repertoire than a song by Verdi. Verdi was really the godfather of all of opera, and he composed opera his entire life. Lived until 90, composed all the way until the end. And when he died, every single person in Italy knew all of Verdi's melodies, and at his funeral, they all sang his melodies from his operas because he was so deeply ingrained in the Italian culture, and he was so famous even during his lifetime. And I don't think we can even conceive of something like that in modern times. So there's no equivalent in the US, that's for sure. So this song is really, really fun, and it's called The Chimney Sweep, Lo Spazzacamino. Lo spazzacamino, suon d'aspetto brutto e nero, demonio che vive presso, sono d'abiti non messo, sempre scalzo intorno io vo, oh dimmi che sia mio lieto, sulla terra del spazzacamino, io vivo innanzi al sole di tutta la città, col mio grido, il mio listrale, e vivo al condono. Oh, dimmi che sia mio lieto sulla terra del spazzacamino. Signora, lo spazzacamino è salvo dal fuoco per poter coprire. Taglio le mani sopra i tetti, taglio la mano per lissare, col mio nome fanciulletti morosi e vieti un po'. Oh, dimmi che sia mio lieto sulla terra del Now I'm really taking poetic license with this green bit. To conclude our green set, your appetizer course, as it were, we have an alternate definition of green, meaning not feeling too well in the tummy area. Let's see what happens.
Down by the sea lived a lonesome oyster, every day getting sadder and moister. He found his home life awfully wet and longed to travel with the upper set. Poor little oyster. Fate was kind to that oyster, we know, when one day the chef from the park casino saw that oyster lying there and said, I'll put you on my bill of fare. Lucky little oyster. See him on his silver platter, watching the queens of fashion chatter, hearing the wives of millionaires discuss their marriages and their love affairs. Thrilled little oyster. See that I'm now the social climber, feeding the rich Mrs. Hagenheimer. Think of his joy as he gaily glides down to the middle of her gilded insides. Proud little oyster. After lunch, Mrs. H complains and says to her hostess, I've got such pains. I came to town on my yacht today, but I think I'd better hurry back to Oyster Bay. Scared little oyster. Off they go through the troubled tide, the yacht rolling madly from side to side. They've tossed about till that poor young oyster finds that it's time he should quit his oyster. Comes the oyster. Back once more where he started from, he murmured, I haven't a single qualm, for I've had a taste of society, and society has had a taste of me. Wise little oyster.
That's such a fun one. Okay. That is the green set. Now we're going to move into the meat and potatoes, the entree course, if you will. I'm also going to tell you about the derivation of this Strauss set. And that is that several years ago, pre-pandemic, I was scheduled to do a production of L'Elisir d'Amore, The Elixir of Love. And there was this catastrophic snowstorm, record-breaking calamity, state of emergency, and it had to be rescheduled because of the opera company's calendar. And suddenly I had this big hole in my schedule. And I don't like having big holes in my schedule. And I wanted to challenge myself, as artists tend to crave doing. And the Seattle Philharmonic was running a concerto competition. And recently I was on the radio in Washington, and the radio host said, how does a singer win a concerto competition? And for those who don't know, and again, there's no shame in it whatsoever, I'm here to educate. A concerto is a work that's written for solo instrument accompanied by the orchestra. And really a piece for voice and orchestra is not called a concerto usually, it's just called a piece written for voice and orchestra. And typically a person performing a concerto will be a pianist like Matt, or a violinist or a cellist. Some other instruments might grace the concerto stage as well, but those are the common ones. But in the fine print, it said that singers could apply to this concerto competition with works written for orchestra, of course. And like every singer, I had always dreamt of singing Strauss songs with orchestra. And I thought, here's my chance. So I put together this set of 6 songs by Strauss that were originally composed for voice and piano, but later Strauss himself wrote arrangements of these pieces for voice and orchestra. And Strauss, I'm going to say a big statement here. Strauss may be the person who understood the full tapestry of colors of the orchestra, perhaps more than any other composer. And he really made that orchestra do things that people didn't even know an orchestra was capable of doing before. And long story short, I won, and I performed this exact set of 6 songs with the Seattle Philharmonic at Benaroya Hall in Seattle, which is our Carnegie Hall. And it was a really, really cool experience. And now I really wanted to bring that set of these beloved, famous Strauss songs to you. So we have 6 songs, and we were hoping to have no applause in between these 6, and save your applause for the end, and it will be worth it, I promise.
stillte die Garden weg vom Feld. Alles nimmt sie, was nur holt, nimmt das Silber weg, nicht rot, nimmt vom Kupfer es Tums weg, das Gut. Aus dem Bild dort steht der Strauch, oh, die Nacht bebannt sich dich und morgen wird die Sonne wieder scheinen und auf dem Weg, den ich gehe, wird uns zu dem Strand, den werden wir stehen und langsam niedersteigen. Auf die Klinke gelegt. Flieg gleich hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, so werde die Gönner schlüpfen. Bring schon um die Gehörten am riesenden Bach, duften im Schlaf, nur die Liebe ist wach. Sitze nieder, hier dämmert geheimnisvoll, unter den Linden Bäumen die Nachtigall, und so heute soll von unseren Küssen träumen. Und die Rosen, wenn sie am Morgen erwacht, von den Wolken schauen die Nacht. Auf dem Tisch die duftenden Rosinen, die letzten roten Asten brach ihr Wein, und lass uns wieder von der Liebe reden, wie einst im Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich trüge. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei, gib mir nur einen, deinen
Now, we have reached the dessert course of the evening. That's a lot of straws. This concert is a bit of a homecoming for me. I grew up on Long Island. And this piece was given to me by a musical theater company, actually, that wanted me to do this role. And it's actually a funny story because they asked me to make a recording of this piece. I had never heard it in my life. And I asked a pianist to come and record it with me. Guess who it was? And this piece is from not the Phantom of the Opera, but Phantom, which is another musical based on the story of the Phantom of the Opera. And this piece has become a fun piece for me to include in concerts because it really does describe the way I feel about performing. And it is ever appropriately called simply Home. Hang on, she was doing something funny. Okay. All my life I've been waiting in my mind in a rocking chair for my fancy to take care. I would know the time. Tick and tock went my childhood. Father said I would know the place. Skin would tingle and pulse would race as they do. It's here I'm home, where music fills the air. And I'm home, where 1,000 lovers cry, swoon inside. And I'm home, where every violin plays a treat as sweet as a honeycomb. Wherever music plays, I know I'm home. Here, where fables come alive, year by year, we forget our troubled nights under lights, and each tear becomes a graceful tune or duet kept straight by a metronome. And if I'm singing, then I know I'm home, where every English horn makes me feel glad I'm born, and any woodwind trill excites a thrill that's new. The giant contrabass, the great soprano's bass, combine to make a perfect world, far better than what's outside dreams. I've lived within my dreams. Now it seems I've awakened and they will pinch and feel if one day I walk out on this stage from these wings and play underneath this door.
And if I sing with all my heart,
Okay. Next piece was suggested by Ruth and Howie Pohl, my parents, who are sitting right there. So if you don't like it, you have to take it up with them after the concert.
there's a saying old says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain land I have in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Mr. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need Someone to watch over Now we're going to hit them with what they weren't expecting. I have been known to enjoy a sing-along from time to time. And we're not afraid to teach you some music. In fact, I don't think that you'll need to be taught because you know this piece already. But I need some help from you. This is Green Sleeves, the same tune as What Child Is This? You know the tune. So first we're going to go, just like a music student would, we're going to learn the text first. Don't worry, I'm only going to make you sing one line. Super easy. Okay, so the line is, green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. So easy, right? So everybody say with me, go. Green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. Professionals.
Oh, yeah.
Who brought the professionals? So now Matt is going to just play the melody. Nobody sing, okay? He'll play it in the high octave and the low octave. You choose what feels comfortable in your voice. And guess what? If you don't like either of those notes, sing something in the middle. We don't care, right? We just want you to sing and enjoy the finale of this recital. So let's listen to Matt now. That's it, right? So easy. So now we're going to do something that we in the music biz call rehearsal. Okay? Now this is not just any rehearsal. It's your first rehearsal and it's also your final dress rehearsal. All rolled into one. You only get one chance to rehearse, okay? So let's sing. Ready? Here we go. Green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. Now, then I'll sing after that, okay? So, we're going to do this 3 times, so you have 3 chances to do it. But what I want from you is not some of your voice, no, all of your voice, right? And who cares if it's bad? Who cares if it's wrong? We're having fun. And just like Marcello says to Rodolfo in the end of the poem, coraggio, courage, right? Be courageous, be brave, and have fun, right? I'll tell you when to come in. I'll conduct you. Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously, for I have loved you well and long, delighting in your company. Green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold, and who but my lady, green sleeves? Thou couldst desire no earthly thing, but still thou hadst it readily, thy music for to play and sing, and yet thou would not love me. Green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold, and who but my lady, green sleeves? Third time, here we go. My men were clothed all in green, and yet they did never wait on thee. All this was gathered to be seen, and yet thou Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Tanisha Mitchell for organizing this concert series.